Hello everyone, in this video I'll be covering the console mod testing and approval process for Baldur's Gate 3, as I've been asked this a bunch of times and I just want to help make things a little bit more clear for some people, as it's been 2 weeks now without any console mods and some people are upset about that. So I just wanted to bring a little bit of clarity because there is a lot that goes into this. And Larian actually had a nice update here on their new channel, the Larian channel from Heck. So if you want to check that out, it's a really great video that details this in high detail. But in a nutshell, I guess I kind of review some of the points from it, because they have to go through and test these mods, ensure that there's no bugs or any issues that could prevent it from, potentially making your console crash. Now, there was a mod that made its way through 2 weeks ago with the Evelyn Sweetheart shotgun mod, as if you've downloaded it's caused issues. If you went to equip it, it would crash your game. And sometimes for a few players that I got comments on, it said they removed the entire menu from their main screen of Baldur's Gate 3. Whenever this happens, you just have to do a fresh reinstall, so delete the game and reinstall it. If you get cloud saves enabled, you'll be able to just refresh your saves there. And most times when you delete a game, it doesn't actually delete the save file, so you should be good on that front. But as I always say, always back up your mods whenever you're doing any type of modding, or back up your saves whenever you do any type of modding, because it's not 100% guaranteed to have no risk. There's always going to be issues. Even on PC, I've had a few issues that have popped up as I've been playing. So yeah, the Larian channel from Heck here has went over their approval process in detail. So I guess first thing, there is technical difficulties that can come with both Xbox, PlayStation, and Mac, as not all the ecosystems are the same, and PlayStation's bi-layer ecosystem does have some issues with transporting mods over. I've spoken in a previous video how the PlayStation 3 was really hard to develop for, because it was a very different system than PC and Xbox. So it's pretty natural for PlayStation to have a few more issues, and that seems to be the consensus. A lot of Xbox players didn't have as many issues as PlayStation players do. So that is one thing to keep in mind, is the console that you're using may not always be perfect. And another thing, mods interact with each other, so sometimes one mod will take priority and boom, bump the other one out of place. Larian cannot test for every single mod. That's just impossible, because there's 2,000 of them on PC now, so that is something to keep in mind. So this is the process here. If you go to send a mod for approval, let's say you made your mod and you sent it to get put forward to console, so you can go forward and edit the file. If you select Windows, it just goes to PC, but if you select any one of the Mac, Xbox, or PlayStation, it will make its way to all three. So even if a creator said that they've only put forward for it to be on Xbox, it has to be on Xbox and PlayStation. So they do testing for both of these. This is something I just found out recently. So yeah, if you even just tick one of the boxes, mods make its way to both consoles. And that was something that people were asking about, because we weren't 100% sure if PlayStation would get external assets, but it seems like they have allowed that as long as it passed their internal testing. So there are some things that won't be allowed on console, which is mods that add, modify, or remove shaders. So this is something that a lot of people are asking about. Shaders basically work on your graphics card to be able to produce an appearance. So this here, the face mod that I'm using, does have shaders, which causes it to look a certain way. So not all face mods do use shaders. Some of them use the base game shaders. So you can't have any mods that add, modify, or remove any shaders. So a lot of mod creators, if they had issues, or even a lot of race mods had issues with shaders, what have they been doing is Larian has let them know, and they've been going back and removing any of the shaders that are not allowing it to be on console and getting it put forward for further approval. Also, can have any mods that have any nudity or violence that isn't already present in the game. Mods that fail the internal testing, obviously that's what the testing's for. Mods that interfere with the booting of the game or managing mods, and mods that crash the game, obviously, and mods that include unsupported file types, so EXEs and DLLs. Now, there's two mods that I love that use DLL files. So this camera movement mod, this is a DLL file, unfortunately, but who knows, maybe someone will recreate something like this with a pack file, which is the mod type file that's allowed. And also the WSD movement mod, which doesn't apply to consoles because this is on PC. So those two things cannot be in console, unfortunately. But there's a whole list here of the modding guidelines. It has a whole console section, and they do reference it in this video here. So any of the mods that does add any extra things that can't be happening or cause glitches, and shaders. So this mod here I love on PC. It allows you to summon in a bunch of extra gnomes and stuff. Unfortunately, it has extra shaders, so it won't work on console. You can see here a bunch of different shaders. So these are BHSD files. If you want to get technical, they're a large component of the cosmetic mods. So certain mods do use shaders, although there's a lot of things in the base game that are fine because they don't, you know, they already have shaders that are in the game. So anything that adds them cannot be used, but anything that you know changes them can have some issues. So that is one of the big components of that. They also say in this video, worry not, there's already a lot of mods that have shaders in them that are base game shaders, so this is likely not going to be an issue. This video was pretty fun too, like they were pretty funny with it. So it goes to improve internal testing in groups, and they test its functionality, usability, and stability. There is no time frame for how long a mod may take to test, so that is one of the things that a lot of people are wondering. What is the timeline? We don't know, because some mods take a lot more to test than others, and they are constantly putting a lot of their resources at Larian Studios into testing these things. So yeah, some mods may take a little bit longer than others, unfortunately, just due to the nature of the mod. Like there's some that add like 500 weapons to the game, and that also adds them to random spots in the game. They're gonna have to test a lot to make sure that that's stable for console, unfortunately. But yeah, some mods do end up taking it longer than others. You can see here, this mod didn't make its way for PC, Mac, and Xbox. But what Larian does is they will message the mod creator and say, hey, you should change this and this, and it'll get approved for console. But obviously it still has to go through further testing to make sure that that's proper and nothing's going to come from, no issues are going to come from that. So yeah, Larian's been a good developer in terms of communication from what I've seen. Some people also say that they haven't done enough communication on the process, but the unfortunate thing is the process is very complex. To get mods on the console, it takes a lot of testing. So nothing is guaranteed when it comes to any of these console mods, unfortunately. Like there's no way to fully guarantee something's going to make its way onto console. However, they've done a great job with letting mod creators know, like, hey, your face mod has issues with the shader, please change it, resubmit it. We've seen that happen. I've covered it in a previous video where a couple mod creators talked about Larian reaching out to them and telling them what they had to correct, and now these mods are now on console. Also, certain race mods, I know I get a lot of comments about race mods. Race mods actually have an issue right now with crashing the game. The Kuato is the only mod that's available right now is for new races, and there's more that are set for approval, but they do need a fix, update, a hot fix to make sure that the console or the race mods do work properly. So the ASMR race, one of the most requested mods, will eventually come to console. So that is great, but it will take a little bit of extra time. So we can see here that Larian went ahead and they let the mod creator know what needed to be done to get it approved for console, and then they went ahead and approved it. So again, they've been doing a great job of communication and letting people know. Hopefully we will get the romanceable Kuatoa mod. That's one that I know a lot of people want, alongside Wither's Big Naturals. But yeah, there's many mods that have already been added to the console mod manager, which can lead us to believe certain other things will make their way there, like the Arcane Vanguards on console. The Mystic was actually an eye-opener because that showed that there's actually a lot of things that can come to console. So yeah, I just want to talk about some of the things related to console mod testing and approval. Also, we got ourselves a update here from Discord, and this is a so I want to give an update on console mods. We're postponing console creation and to prepare to ship the hotfix, which was released on Thursday. While the team continues to test mods, we'll set the next batch for mods to come console after the hotfix goes live. So if you remember, there's the hotfix to set the 100 mod limit, and there's another hotfix that'll be coming to allow players that have over 100 mods to remove the mods and get them back below that threshold. So then we will hopefully see that next mod drop come. So we'll share some more info about the hotfix very soon. In the meantime, we appreciate your patience. So yeah, that hotfix did come. Part 1, Part 2, Electric Boogaloo coming here soon. So when that drops, I have a good feeling that we should hopefully see another console mod drop. But again, there's a lot that goes into this. We got 10 new mods updated yesterday, so that was a pleasant surprise, getting some more updated mods. So yeah, the sky's the limit. We'll hopefully see some more things come here soon. I just wanted to, again, go over this video just because I got a lot of people asking about the process. This is pretty much all we know. Go check out the video from Larian's channel. They can go over that in a little bit more detail. But yeah, we'll hopefully see some things soon. You can also check out the mod.io page here that has a lot of unique useful resources here. It talks about the console mod approval process and talks about what mods will make their way over. Pretty much stuff that I've just rehashed and said in this video. So yeah, if you found this video useful, please hit the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.